so I wanted to talk with you today about my plans for my cut flower garden. This is my very first cut flower garden. We moved into this house late last year and we didn't have a lot of time to do any yard work. So I've been taking this winter to really plan my kitchen garden as well as my cut flower garden. I am a complete newbie at this. If you see my other videos, I talk about how I really, I've never done any of this before. So if you are an experienced gardener, I welcome your advice. If you are a newbie like me, then you can just watch me through my journey and live and learn through my mistakes and successes. So we will see what happens. I wanted to show you what I have for my cut flower garden, my whole system and how I'm planning it out and how I decided what flowers I want to grow. There's a couple different websites that you can go to find seeds for your cut garden. And next year, I'll definitely use websites like Johnny's because a lot of really successful cut flower gardeners use that website. And when I went on there, I was kind of too late in the game and realized that everything was sold out. So I just went to my local Lowe's and Home Depot and found some seeds of what I want to grow. So I will show you what the flowers are. First one is Delphinium, and the brand that I'm using is Fairy Morse. These are beautiful. They're kind of vertical purples and blues and whites. That's kind of the theme that I'm going for. I have lavender. Also, another kind of very similar to lavender is I have Salvia, Bachelor button, Chamomile, Primrose, Showy Evening, Zinnias. And then this last one, I'm not gonna be planting this yet because I need a bigger garden for this because this flower it really deserves a trellis and to grow maybe around an entrance to a garden, which would be beautiful. I just don't have that. But these are called moonflowers and they're giant white flowers. They're literally this big. They're beautiful, but I do not have the space for them. So I'm not gonna be doing those, but are you sleeping down there? I'll show you my whole system. I'm just using Google Sheets. Super simple. Somebody is singing their ABCs in the background, if you cannot tell. I basically just kind of go right down the line. So tulips, I'm going to have a video talking all about tulips, so I won't explain too much about that yet, but I do plan on planting tulips from bulbs. I've got primrose, chamomile, I've got all of the types of flower here, and then I have their varieties. So for my tulips, I have Night and Paris blend. And then I also explain what color they are. So as you can see, I kind of have a purple and white, light pink theme going on. And so then this next part where it says sow schedule is really important. So if you look on the back, let's take zinnias, for example. So these flowers right here. So if I look on the back, and you know what, I'm just gonna do a screenshot to show you. So it says days to germ. Days to germ is 5 to 10 days. So right in here where it says days to germ is my column E. Over for zinnias, I have 1 week because 5 to 7 days, roughly about a week. So I know that from starting the seed, it's gonna take about a week for them to germinate or get the little green starting to grow. Then I went to Google and I Googled when to start your zinnia seeds indoors. And Google told me that it should be about 7 weeks. I think it said 6 to 8, but I just selected 7. 7 weeks from your last frost date. So you have to figure out when your last frost date is. For us here in Zone 5B in Wisconsin, last frost date is they gave a range of May 11th to May 20th. I'm gonna say May 20th. We have had heavy snowstorms the last day of April. I vividly remember it a few years ago. So unfortunately, spring really doesn't happen until end of May. So if I go back 8 weeks, that date gives me May 25th. Not May 25th, March 25th. So on March 25th, I need to start my zinnia seeds. The one that I'm gonna be starting soon is Salvia. And so then I've got a date planted in the yard or in containers. I'm just selecting May 20th. I've given how long it's gonna take to bloom. And then also if I need vermiculite or not. And vermiculite is just something that you buy at the store and it's I haven't bought it yet, but I've seen a lot of other people use it and it helps prevent the growth of algae. So some flowers like Lizianthus, which I've never grown, I heard that that needs it, which Lizianthus, I plan on growing those next year. They take apparently very long to grow. So I think I'm kind of past the cutoff date, and also the websites I was trying to buy it on, everybody had already bought them. They're really beautiful, so I understand why they're sold out. So some other flowers that I'm planning on sowing outdoors, which I'm probably just going to buy from the store, are things like heuchera, some coleus. Those are really good, like kind of shade or sun plants. So on the side of our house, I plan on planting those. And then I do plan on having some window boxes. And in my window boxes, I'm gonna have tulips, pansies, lamb's ear, which I'll post some pictures of these flowers. Some future plants that I want to grow. I've got basil, peonies, more zinnias, snapdragons. Some of these I don't know how to pronounce, but I saw pictures of them and they looked pretty. Dahlias, larkspur, hellebores, Lizianthus, more delphiniums. That is my whole system on how I am planning my first cut flower garden. I'm so excited. I don't have like the perfect setup. I live in a city, so I don't have like 10, 20 acres of land where I can just like have rows and rows of flowers. I'm really just planning on doing this to always have fresh flowers in the home, or to, you know, give them away. If you want to see my progress, obviously I'm going to be starting some of these seeds fairly soon. So if you want to stay updated, and I'm going to be showing you my kind of idea with tulips. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to stay updated on my gardening journey, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.